let's talk about the actual day the sheriff comes out, right? Like being ready, the best practices there.
Yep, absolutely. So you have to have what they call a receiver, which is a person at the property to meet the sheriff. Do not go to the door of the unit to negotiate some kind of move out without the sheriff. Horror story, we actually had a property manager get shot through the door with a shotgun. Horrible. So do not go to the door until the sheriff arrives. That's my biggest best practices safety tip. Second, you need to be like standing there waving your arms for the sheriff. The sheriff's car will literally slow down and look for somebody. And if they don't see anybody, they're just going to keep driving. And then you're going to have to reschedule your eviction. So make sure you are there 20 minutes before, half hour before, ready, standing outside your car. And when you see that sheriff's car, you wave them down and you let them know, you identify yourself right away. I'm the receiver for this property, for this eviction. It's always good to have a paper copy of your eviction order printed out. They will want to confirm with you what unit is getting evicted, and you need to know it's 3F. You know, if you say 2E, they're going to be like, no, that's not the unit we're supposed to be evicting. And they get skeptical, and they will not perform it unless that receiver can actually confirm all of the information to confirm that that person really is there for the correct one. So have a copy of your eviction order ready to go. You need a locksmith to change the locks, and you should have 3 able-bodied movers, 3 people who can move all of the stuff out. It is always my recommendation that you move the tenant's stuff out on the day of the eviction. I have a lot of really nice bleeding heart landlords, and the tenant says, oh, please don't put my stuff on the curb. I'll come back tomorrow with movers. I just wasn't prepared. I didn't really think this was going to happen, whatever the tenant's reason is. And the landlord says, okay, you just get out. We'll change the locks, but we'll leave all your stuff in there and you just call me and we'll schedule it. I mean, that could go on for weeks, months, that the tenant is saying, I'll come back. I'll come back. I've had landlords that said, oh yeah, the eviction was successful. They're going to get their stuff tomorrow. I don't hear from my landlord for 6 weeks. And all of a sudden the landlord calls and says, so it's been 6 weeks and they keep telling me they're going to pick up their stuff and they haven't. I'm like, 6 weeks? Like, why didn't you call me after day 3? Like, what are you doing? So I first do not recommend that to begin with. Second, if you go that route, 7 days max. I say day 3, if they have not picked up their stuff, you then can issue a letter that says you've abandoned, by ordinance, you have abandoned your belongings and your tenancy has been terminated and you have been legally evicted. You have X number of days to get your belongings. Now, standard is 7 days to get your belongings or they will be discarded, which is why I say on day 3, if they haven't picked up their stuff yet, give them the notice that in 7 days, everything's going to be thrown out. That's the standard. Don't let it go 6 weeks. If they keep giving you the runaround and making you promises, don't be gullible. After the second promise, issue that notice. Be done with this. Get your property back so you can turn it. Don't let that tenant take advantage of you.